Hello my friends, this is Morgan Gecko. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you find this video interesting or informative, and please don't forget to click the notification bell to get alerts whenever new videos are released. I really would appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good puppy dog? Hello folks, Morgan here. We're on Arkadia, and I came over to visit my puppy, and also to fix his place up. Let me show you what we did. This is a follow-up to the apartment video that I did over on, what was that? Toulan. That's right, Toulan. We are at Celeste Harbor. We're going to run around here and check out what I did to my digs after my return to Arkadia from Toulan. I did that one video on what the available apartments look like over there, and I thought, you know, they really do some good decorating over here. Although I'm starting to think that not all of those apartments belong to actual members. I think they were probably members of the the Toulan staff that have accounts. And you know, have access to things that aren't necessarily in the game for the regular players. Or there's another game going on for another audience, and we're seeing what they're able to get. I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory that I've got. Anyway, we're going to go up to the 4th floor. And welcome to my home. It's changed, I believe, considerably for the better. The first thing we want to look at is Morgan Gecko, Celeste North 6, level 4. We are allowed 115 items. I ran around everything on this island, checked out every building. They're all the same except for the top floor. If you buy an apartment on the top floor of Celeste Harbor, and probably over at Sanctuary Cove also, and I don't know offhand where else they would have apartments here, but if you buy the top floor, you know, the top apartment, you also get the roof. And at least here on the island, the roof is an extra 50 items, which you have to use on the roof. You can't add those onto the stuff that you would have inside the building. But still, that's a heck of a deal if you can afford the apartment. And there, you know, the apartments for sale are few and far between. Anyway, let me it's not a proper place to summon a pet. And this is where he's been living. So that's a little something that I added. If you saw my other video, I had a bunch of those Next Island flowers up here on the wall and had some other stuff. I used to have a big Elvis statue in here. I think I had a campfire in here. It was gaudy. But I went the other way. The pendulum swung back. And it's a little Spartan out here, as you can see. I have a star plant from 2019 and a Jewy star plant and my red neon welcome sign. Come in here, and one of the first things I want to show you is I sort of took the lead of the people on Toulan about hanging carpets on the wall. I would hang more, but I don't have any more, and the only ones that I have a couple of these, the Autumn Bliss. They're pretty easy to come by. And you can see I had one here and one here. In the old configuration, my weapons were up here, and this was sort of a bare corner. I wish there was some way to make those things stop glowing, but I just have to live with it. So anyway, I had this nice striped carpet over on this area here. I had a bar up there, but I really didn't have a way to show off this amber dream carpet. And so for now, it's just sitting out like this. My seating area had that other carpet that we just looked at on the floor that was in here. And so I picked up all of this crap and took the other one off, slapped this floral essence. This is the other cheap carpet, 7-ped. And these things are pretty easy to come by. I think they show up in loot. Anyway, you know, this looks kind of nice. Potted whittle plant and Calypso star plant. I could maybe stick that star plant out in the lobby there. And I got my ancient Greece harbor painting. Actually, it's sitting here because I overlooked it last night when I was putting all this stuff away. All of my trophy heads used to be arranged up here on the window. And I kind of like having an unobstructed window. That just looks a lot better. And so I put my bugs up here, and I put my other things up here. Except for the bird and for the Oro, I think all these are sort of the same family of mob. Actually, a Theron's a bird, though. I forgot about that. But these things, the Karabakh, the Tiarak, the Halix, the Zadul, they're just the same, pretty much the same head with different colors on them. but I wanted to be able to look out at the neighborhood. That apartment right down there belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Fish. For those of y'all from the old days, the Fishes bought a place over here when Arkadia opened up. There isn't much in there. I used to kid Mrs. Fish about peeking in her window at night when I was over here. Bless her heart, she got a big kick out of that. And I've really never been able to see much out of this window. I think from all the upgrades they've done, you know, the updates over the, you know, the version updates, the graphics are a lot better. There's actually stuff to see. I know that when you're up on the roof, you can climb down these balconies, or at least you used to. The paintings that used to be over there on that wall, they're all over here now. These are all Arkadia specific. Arca City Artistic Representation, Sangra City Artistic Representation, Dahara Fort, Kulchkar Fort, and Shagdi Fort. And I have an idea for one of those, but I don't think it's something that I can pull off. When I was over on Toulan, I saw an apartment that had a colored refrigerator. That one happened to have a texture on it. I didn't know that these things could be colored or textured. Maybe in the old days they couldn't, but now they can. So I didn't bring any textures with me. And the ones that I have here, they really don't look good on a smooth surface. So I just painted it sucker blue because that's all that my coloring skill allows right now. And it kind of looks good over in the corner. This bar, if you remember from the last video or the other video, used to be down in the area where the amber carpet is, the one right in front of the window. And, you know, it's the next island counter, I think. Or it may be a regular counter that I put a wood texture on. I really don't recall. Let's see. Yep. Midas tree texture. Just a plain old retail counter 1.2. Same thing for the curved, although it doesn't look like the same wood. What is that? Midas tree, and what did we say this one was? Also Midas tree. Ah. Obviously not out of the same tree. I don't know where I came up with that chair, but I'd been saving up a bunch of shoji walls, shoji panels, And they don't simply have a shoji panel that's that size. That's the shoji with door. The only other panels that I could find are thin ones, like that shoji down there. And there's another one. Actually, there's one on the end over there. What I don't like about these, and what I liked about the walls that you were able to put in over on Toulan, is that these don't go to the ceiling. The ornate walls that they had at Toulan, they fit, you know, that theme over there. It would be nice to have something that went floor to ceiling, but you know, they ought to be able to come up with something. Maybe someday they will, when they get through running events to make money. I have this bed that I've had forever. And I think some of the beds that you can get now, you can actually lie on, which there's just part of me that wishes my avatar could lie on that bed, but all you can do on, no, shoot, you can't even stand on this bed, so it's simply a decoration. I did color the mattress. Maluka texture, that's what I did. Custom color blue and Maluka texture. I'll have to come back and check and see how many fields there are to be able to color or texture this bed. I may redo it someday. I have these sets of Wally shelves. I think they're just ugly as crap, but I've got them and I really can't bring myself to get rid of them. It's kind of awkward how they've got these long shelves and these little short ones. It sort of limits what you're able to put on them. Notice I have a couple of robot beacons. I'll bet I've had those a decade. I'm just a hoarder. And then I set up a little kind of an office here. Used my Calypso stink tree painting. Just seemed like a good place to put it. As you can see, one more shoji will bring it all the way across. It'll enclose it, but it's just, you know, the fact that it's only a, what is it, 5/8 wall. But that's what we have from above. I find myself going around to walk through the door of that shoji. It just feels awkward to walk through a corner like that. I am afraid that if I want to add much more stuff, you know, I think I have room for 4 or 5 more items. And if I want to make room, I'm going to have to ditch more of these things. I guess maybe that DNA fragment. There isn't much markup for that stuff anymore. But, you know, my little plushies. Zadul plush toy. Looks like a mole, doesn't it? Anyway. I just wanted to show off my new place after I've returned from Toulan and seeing how they fixed up theirs. I think this is pretty nice. This up here, I mentioned in that other video that I might get one of those next island counters. It's a C-shaped counter. Let's run back up here just a second. Not exactly sure how I would have it, but it probably would go from there to there. You know, it's a big C shape. You know, it could come out about to here and then go down and then go back. And hopefully I'd have to come up with some stools. Stools are, you know, separate items. Kind of eats into, you know, something comes in, then something's got to go out. I don't know. I may shed this stuff here, and you know, that could wind up on the other counter. Put this in storage or give it away to somebody. I'm sure somebody'd like to have it. Auction's too much trouble. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. I'm really sort of proud of what I did. I had a couple of these Nico ceiling lamps, and while I don't like to use them, they look nice up on the edge there. Well, that's not so bad. It was a lot brighter last night. One thing I found is that if you've got too much light, it starts to wash the color out of these. Okay, shut that off, and that color looks a lot darker. In a way, I prefer not having the lights on. There we go. I guess that's the morning sun coming in. And it kind of makes it look homey. I like it. So, like I said, when you own a home, work never ends, you know. There's always one more thing you can do. If I can score some more of those, come on. I want to look at that. it is colorable. I'll have to look and see how many fields there are. That may be the next thing I do before I hop in my ship and head back to Cyrene for a little bit. I've about broke all of my guns, and so I'm on my way back to Calypso to do some more missions and get some more guns from the oh. I had one more thing I want to show you. Right, this is level 6. Level 6. This guy's got only 39 items and only one up on the roof. So we got 115 for the apartment, 5 for this area in here, and then 50 for the roof if you own the 6th floor. So, all right, let's go. Now, after coming out of mine, this looks kind of bare. That's colorable. That's colorable. As is that and that and that. So he could spice it up a little bit. Color up his Paul's tools. But we go up one more floor. And this is what the roof looks like. And I remember now, he's got one item up here. He's got bananas. It's one of those luxurious fountains. I saw one of those in auction, and it was pretty reasonable. I was really tempted to buy it, but you buy something like that, you got to have a place to put it. You need an estate or someplace like this. I have neither. I thought maybe I could fit something like that up on my balcony. That overhead area there, but this would be sticking up. You'd lose it in your overhead. You used to see a number of those things, but not many people at all mess with it anymore. See if I can do this. There we go. It's that. So that puts me on 6. And then 5. And 4. So that would be my place. Maybe if there wasn't so much glare, you could look in there and see what I've got, but now that is interesting. I hadn't noticed that. Look what's across the street. Look at the reflection in these windows. It's kind of like a mountain scene. Huh. I know you're not looking out at water. There's water over there somewhere, but you can't see it from here. Sure as hell not going to see it in your window. Get rid of that. I might need that after I... Come on. Is there any other place we can go other than down? Anyway, enough this falderall. Like I said, I just wanted to show off my digs. One last little tour. This is what all of these shops look like. It's a maze to get in here. And you got one big room. This guy happens to do mining sales. He's got all kinds of finders and amps and extractors and things such as that. There's a guy the next street over that owns the end building. I'm pretty sure it's the next street over. He owns the whole thing. He owns that building. That was kind of a shock. Another interesting thing that I learned is that a mannequin counts as 6 items, if I understood what I was reading. Some of these apartments, the people have a mannequin for displaying some of their armor. Not necessarily the best armor, perhaps, but attractive, and so they show it off. So, anyway, I'll let you guys go, and we'll move on to something else next time. So, y'all take care, and thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe and all that stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.